Okay, so here are the lists we played. The Tearlament deck was pretty fun. I'm not sure how competitive it is. I think with some improvements on it, I think with some improvements on the list, it could actually be playable. Dragon Link honestly doesn't really feel that great. I think one key problem with Dragon Link is that with only one Chaos Space and one Magnamoot, you want to play as close to 40 cards as possible. But you also, the closer to 40 you play, the more often you're going to draw shit like Red Eyes, Darkness Metal, Boot Sector Launch, Branded Beast, those kind of cards. Rocket Caliber, Rocket Recharger, Dragon Ravine. None of those cards are super awful to draw, but they all don't feel good. So like accumulated, I think it has too many weird hands, but it still is a fine deck. Pearly is good, I think. You can work on the list, but Pearly I think is pretty strong. Rescue Ace we haven't really played today, but I think Rescue Ace is fine. Runic Fur Hire, I honestly, this is the list I threw together this morning. I don't think it's that great as the list could probably be improved a little bit. At the same time, there's only so much you can really change, right? I mean, like, Jet and Starter are arguably cuttable. You can play a little less Runics, and you can play a different non-engine other than Talents. The rest is pretty set in stone. I wouldn't recommend this deck. I don't think it's that great right now in the format. And then it's Unchained. Unchained is, I think, probably still the best, if not one of the best decks in the format for sure. Unchained seems like a pretty safe pick for me. So that is where my head's at on all of these different decks. Oh, and Branded Chimera is like a wild card to me because I don't have much practice with it, as you could definitely tell in the games that we played. I think the deck is solid. It's looking pretty decent. However, yeah, I would need more testing to really say for sure. Yeah. Did I miss Salad? We didn't really do Salad today. I will say about Salamangreat that I tested it a little bit on the weekend and I thought it was performing okay to me. Surprisingly, I actually thought it was going to be more... I was a little bit more pessimistic about it. I thought it was going to be more like, you know, around tier 2. It felt okay to me, like genuinely. It didn't feel like a deck that I would bring to the YCS though. Right? That was like my issue when testing it. It felt okay, but like solid, not more than that, right? Thoughts on Runic Chimera? My thoughts on Runic Chimera are that the deck is looking very promising, but I think it needs too much space. Like, the fact that you need to play the Runic engine, the Chimera engine, and probably the Patchwork engine in one deck is like, that deck has literally zero room for non-engine, which is very tough. It's very tough because you don't have easy ways to beat something like a purely Noir. You don't have outs to the DDD Wave King Caesar except for hard drawing Freezing Curses or Flashing Fire, right? It's very, I think it's weird. I think it's weird to play a deck that has literally zero room for non-engine, and the deck has zero room for non-engine, so that's an issue.